Hello everyone, and we're back with yet another Like-Minded. Here's what's happening. A new twist in the story about the Rock Prairie Dairy, the 5,200 cow mega farm that's being constructed on Highway 14 east of Janesville. According to Department of Agriculture officials, all 5,200 bovines being imported to the farm are direct descendants of Janesville's own Bessie the Cow. Bessie herself confirmed the news.
Some people think it's not possible for me to have 5,200 descendants. But I'm 45 years old. That's pretty old for a cow, and there are more generations after me than I can count. And my son Elmer, my grandson Ferdinand, they both worked as breeder bulls, so you know they spread their seed.
I am cow, here I stand, far and wide upon this land, and I am living everywhere.
Bessie said the only relative of hers not joining the family at the Rock Prairie Dairy will be her cousin Harmilda, who lives in Harvard, Illinois. Harmilda said she is, quote, simply unable to move at this time. Southern Wisconsin AirFest announced that they are moving this year's event to September, thus avoiding the conflict their original schedule had with the Rock County 4-H Fair. It also prevents us from witnessing this scenario.
And I know your plans don't include me.
We've got tonight, babe. Why don't we?
On the education front, citing a long-forgotten Janesville school board policy, Parker High School student Jamie Jensen has become an active participant in school board meetings. Some school board members have questioned whether a student representative should have that much access and have suggested changing the policy.
Just like you wouldn't want me to come to your house some evening and discuss U.S. history on your time, understand?
Yes, sir.
In a related development, the Parker Student Council approved a new school rule that requires school board members to stay silent within the school building unless specifically called on to speak, and does not allow them to leave the building to play with their friends until all the dishes in the cafeteria are washed and they've picked up their room. In other school news, the Save Janesville Schools Committee, a grassroots group attempting to raise $6 million to balance the school district budget, announced that they're running out of time and resources and may have to disband. So a new group has been formed, the Save Janesville Schools Committee. Fundraising to support the fundraising committee will begin next week. Up in Madison, after initially announcing in March that protesters had caused $7.5 million in damage to the state capitol building, the Department of Administration announced that the actual damage amount was around $270,000. Hey, they're only off by $7.2 million. Yes, these are the people constructing the state budget. Anyway, of that $270,000, approximately $200,000 was spent on cans of air freshener. Because, you know, if you don't break into a good sweat when you're protesting, you're just not working it. Here's this week's Soundoff comment of the week, an actual anonymous call printed on the op-ed page of the Janesville Gazette. On Representative Wynn's proposed bill, tell me why a person has to buy booze at 6 a.m.
Hey, maybe you should eat something first.
No, thanks. Food makes me sick.
That's all for this week's Like-Minded. See you next time. Check 1, 2. I've been framed. I'm the road manager. Check 1. Check 1. Quiet on the set. 5,200 cow mega farm under construction on Highway 14. Breathing. I'm shiny. Gee, and I even just washed my face. Is it as bad as last week? Shiny, happy people. Harmilda was quoted as saying why does she have to have such a stupid name? Harmilda, that's her name. Sounds like a witch. I changed some stuff. Yes, I did. Harmilda the teenage witch. The Save the Janesville. I knew that was going to be really, really, really hard to say. Cut!